Hallo.
Ja.
Hi guys, thanks.
Maar je bent Duits.
Nee, mijn Engels spreekt hij doet het wel in het Duits voor hem.
Hoeveel
Just come forward. Just a little bit of housekeeping. We are joined by a German translator, so if there are any questions in German, then feel free to ask. The question and the response will be translated back into English. Who would like to begin? Emma? Yes, yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Sarina.
Hi.
It was a chaotic match, probably quite fun for the neutral, but I'd imagine that wasn't what you wanted.
Well, I didn't want the result. And I wanted us to do a couple of things better, of course. And I'm not the only one, of course, the players too. So that was kind of disappointing. But I do think that it was a very high-level game where there were so many challenges for us, but also for them. And that's what we want in this stage. So I think it gave us so much information, and it shows us exactly what we need to do better, and also the challenges tactically, what we say all the time, where the women's game goes to, those challenges we had today, and so did they.
Yeah, and obviously I think it's important to mention the context of the fact that attacking-wise, you were, obviously really effective in that first half, but were you concerned by the ease at which they were able to expose perhaps your weaknesses in that first half in particular, considering obviously there's still a bit of a way to go to the Euros, but there's quite a lot to do, you would think, in that first half defensively before next summer?
Well, I don't think defensively, but that started with losing the ball at moments. We don't want to lose the ball. And we wanted to press high, and at moments we didn't get the press right. And then they are really powerful then and good, and they're good in the counterattack. So that exploited us. So again, that's what we need to improve. I think the second half, of course, they challenged us because it's still very good, but I think we did that a little better. Just the trigger moments, just first being compact and when to jump, when to stay. While there are many players up high, those are the things we will be talking about tomorrow.
Yeah, and obviously there was a lot of focus, particularly from us in the pre-match build-up about team selection. Obviously you went with a team with quite a lot of usual starters. Were you happy in hindsight now with your team selection, or do you think maybe you made a couple of wrong choices there?
That's always easy to say after a game. Eh? So if we would have won, then I think the question was different. I'm happy with how we with the starting lineup. I'm happy with the team, and what we wanted is also see other players, which we did, and we know there's a huge competition going on, and that's good for the team.
Thank you.
Thanks. Good to get.
Hi, Sarina. Can I also ask a couple of questions on selection? First of all, with Alex Greenwood, it seems like she's playing really well for a Man City team that's winning and doing really well. Obviously didn't get the start tonight. Can you just explain your thinking behind that decision to not start her?
Yeah, we have a couple of centre-backs in our squad. And I think the three that are picked the most are Alex, Leah and Millie. And the decision I make is okay, the balance, okay, in possession, out of possession, defending moments, heading, all these things. What do I think for that moment? What's best for the team? And based on all these things, I'll make the choices.
And similar sort of question in the midfield, it seemed like Ella Toon got the nod over Jess Park and Grace Clinton. Just again, can you explain the thinking behind that decision?
Yeah, the same. I think Ella has played well for us. These are high-level games. Grace Clinton is getting there. It's a different type of player. Jess Park is doing really well too. But as you see, they're coming into the team. They're challenging. They're fighting for minutes. And yes, there's a competition going on.
And we've talked about how this is a really good chance to experiment, especially tonight against a really strong Germany team. Do you think...
Well, you say especially tonight. I think 4 games to experience.
Okay, but tonight, do you think you gave enough players enough opportunities who we don't usually see starting the chance to impress?
Yeah, well, look, yes, I think so. We're playing Germany. That's an absolute high-level team. And players are knocking on the door. Players are competing for minutes. and I'm not going to make changes just for the sake of it. I'll start and sub, and we want to get ready for the 2nd of July. That's all the choice. All the choices are based on that one,
Okay, thank
and
you
we
very
want to have information.
Thank you.
We'll go to Dom.
Hi, Sarina. Just one from me. You've explained there the reason for selecting a more experienced team. Of course, you're playing Germany at Wembley, but given who you started today and some of the players that were in midfield and in defence, are you slightly alarmed by the ease with which Germany were able to play through at times? I know that it was true the other way as well, and Germany didn't defend brilliantly, but yeah, England gave up quite a lot of chances, didn't they?
We did, but what we look at is also how do their chances develop, and most of the chances they created developed in a transition moment. A couple when the second goal came out of that at high press from a goal kick where we didn't just get it right, and they exploit that straight away. So those are huge learnings for the team. I don't think it's a team thing. How we defended today and how we got into most of our transition moments. We had too many unforced mistakes, unforced errors, and then they're gone because that's their super strength. They have so much power and explosivity up front, so they were harming us in that one. But if we're tighter on the ball, we don't get into these moments that quickly.
Hi, Sarina. I just want to get your thoughts on the penalty. Alessi Russo, it looked like a 50-50. Maybe, they could have had a greater look at it. So what was your kind of opinion on that? Yeah,
I haven't seen it back. And of course, I can't change the decision anymore. I was really surprised. I was really surprised that it was a penalty. I thought it was good defending, but I haven't seen it back. And yeah, at the end, I'm not the referee and not the VAR, so they decided it was a penalty.
Next one. Go across. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you. Hi, Sarina. I just wanted to say that obviously having a defeat at home isn't ideal, but I just wanted to ask, what are your next steps for your next international game?
Yeah, first of all, of course, we're going to review this game tomorrow. Then we're going to recover. Then we'll see how everyone comes out of this game. And then we'll make decisions for Tuesday. And yes, we'll make some changes. Because as I said, we have an opportunity to play many players and see many things.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, a couple more questions. We'll go to Catherine and then Michael. Thank you.
Hi, Sarina. I wondered whether having 4 right-footed players in the defence potentially allowed Germany a little bit more space down England's left-hand side. I appreciate there's not loads of options in terms of players that have got a left foot apart from Alex Greenwood, who primarily plays as centre-back, but I wondered if you thought that was potentially one of the reasons why Germany had a bit more joy down that side.
Yeah, I think... I'm not sure if I agree that Germany had a little more joy on that side. What we tried to do, because how they pressed us, but we dropped that moments with Kira and solved it in that way. Of course, it's in possession. That's what you saw when Alex came in as a centre back, that we could get the ball behind there. That helped us. And yes, it's the most ideal in possession when you have a left footer, because that makes it a little bit easier.
It just seemed like there was a little bit of space on that left-hand side, specifically for the second goal. It seemed like maybe Jess Carter got dragged across a little bit.
That is true. We didn't do that right, but it started on the right side where we didn't get our press right how we wanted that, and Germany exploited that really well. So that was actually chain reaction then we got at that moment, which of course we definitely want to do better. But it started earlier than that when that. Was a problem, because Lauren Hemp was a little bit higher too.
Thanks, Catherine. We'll go to Michael.
Hi, Sarina. Just kind of following up on Catherine's question. You've always played Leah Williamson to the left of the centre-back pairing and Millie Bright to the right. But Millie's played a lot to the left for Chelsea this season, and Leah's always plays to the right for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Does that cause any problems? And did you discuss switching them, and would you consider switching them in the future?
Yeah, we've spoken about that. We left it now, but internally that's an option to swap them.
Cool. Okay, we'll take a final one from Fiona, and then we'll finish there. Thank you.
Hi, Sarina. Was it pre-planned to take Leah off on the hour mark, or was that just a response to what was happening on the pitch?
No, that was planned.
Cool, thanks.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Are you saying that that's because she's got a bit of a knock, or?
No, she's She's all right.
Pretty good. Zo wordt ze dat ik morgen
Ja, dank u wel.
heb gezien.
Thank you.
Ja.